plates, and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor, available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
Your local station, WMVS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. Today is the extended short show. I'm here until 4 o'clock, 2 hours of open conversation. I'm looking forward to chatting with you. So give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. What's on Your Mind brought to you by AR Roofing and Remodeling. Bright Stripes, seal coating and line striping. Madewell Services, full lawn care and cleaning services. K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty. Hicks and Buzz Drugstore, and Gary's Auto Sales. Alrighty. So, not a whole heck of a lot in the news right now. So I don't have, at least not that really kind of interested me, but that's okay. If there's something in particular you want to chat about, give me a buzz. Would love to hear you. One thing did catch my eye. Former National Security Advisor John Bolton. He served in that capacity for a short time in the first term of President Donald Trump, his first term. You might recall his home was raided last year, and he was eventually charged with retention of classified information. So, in other words, he kept this, and this is what President Trump has been accused of. This is what former President Biden has been accused of, holding on to top secret clearance information that he shouldn't have in his own home. And also for relaying some of that information to others. Well, apparently Mr. Bolton has reached a plea deal with the Department of Justice. Final terms, we won't know what happens until a judge sentences him. But he's looking at a $2.25 million fine and up to 5 years in prison as part of his plea deal. So just kind of found, Mr. Bolton went on to become a critic of the president, by the way. Just wanted to make sure you were aware of that. Mount Everest. Mount Everest is the destination of a lot of climbers every year that wish to try to go to the tallest peak, climb the tallest peak in the world. I think this most recent climbing season, over 1,000 people were granted permission to attempt the climb. There's usually deaths occur during the climbing season. And this year was no different. A total of 5 climbers and guides passed away, whether they suffered from lack of oxygen because, the air gets very thin up there, whether there was an accident, they fell off the mountain somehow into a crevice, not found, whatever, a lot of deaths happen up there. Well, this past May 29th, one of the Sherpas, guides, by the name of Dawa Sherpa, he's 52 years old. He was guiding a climber back down the mountain when they somehow got separated. Don't know why, don't know how at this point in time. The tourist, the climber that Dawa was guiding, he was able to make his way back down the mountain, but Dawa got separated from his climber, and it was assumed that he passed away, that he met an accident of some kind and died. And so his family started doing their funeral rituals, whatever. And right in the middle of all of this, news came back to them. Actually, early this morning, news reached them that he was alive, that he was found just above the base camp, crawling to get back down the mountain. So he'd gone virtually a week without any water and food. Don't know the extent of injuries. Frostbite, I do know, is part of it. But just kind of, I don't know, a miracle. How did he survive? What happened originally to get him separated and then surviving on Mount Everest for close to a week without food and water? At the Foxwoods Resort Casino in Mashantucket, Connecticut, has a restaurant where Martha Stewart is the manager, owner. I don't know if she's the chef of it, but she is certainly the head honcho of said restaurant. They have on their menu a baked potato that has the potential of costing you $97. It's prepared for you table side. And the basic potato is $17. And like I said, it's prepared at table side for you. It is smashed table side. And creme fraiche, that's a fancy name for basically a cream sauce. So it's smashed, creme fraiche is added, chives, and bacon. That's for $17. For an extra $80 to bring your price tab up to $97, they will add 1 ounce of a 1 ounce serving of caviar onto your baked potato. Apparently people are raving over said potato and have gone back for seconds and thirds because it is so delicious. I think I'll pass. Maybe if I were to win the lottery someday, I might try it, but that's probably doubtful because you're not going to see me in a casino either. So anyway, if you had the opportunity to have this baked potato, would you? It is, I've brought up the cost of certain steaks in restaurants across the country before. Some of them were what, $1,000 steaks, if I remember correctly. In some restaurants, $700 steaks, $800 steaks. Would you try it if you had the opportunity? The $97 baked potato. Let me know let me know if you would. Let me know if of a dish that you might have had on the surface, the name of it, maybe you say, yeah, no. But somehow, some way you were talked into having it and you absolutely loved it. My grandmother apparently loved escargot. Now, when I learned that escargot is French for snails, I immediately said, no, never going to try it. So is there, and to this day I haven't and I won't. It just, no. So what have you eaten that you absolutely love that may not be, the name doesn't translate too well, or even the appearance? So here's another example: oysters, raw oysters. I know they're a big thing. There are people that absolutely love them. They'll go to dinner, they'll get a dozen raw oysters as part of their appetizer or whatever. They are not very appealing to look at in the raw state. And I won't tell you the definition or the description my father had for them, but I think it's very apt what his description was. Now, I have had oysters. I've had one oyster on 2 occasions. To me, it was nothing to write home about. So, it seems like people are more interested in putting hot sauce and other toppings on it before they consume. So at that point in time, do you really know that you're having an oyster? And maybe that's the point of it. I don't know. So we can add that to our conversation today. Last night, up at Penn State, the Eberly campus, was the town hall meeting concerning data centers. I was in attendance, as was Brian and Kendall and Paul Sunyak. And I'm going to guess around 250 people showed up for that town hall last night. We were there, yes, to hear what was going on, but also to live stream it. So those of you that did not wish to go in person or failed to register or whatever it might be, would give you the opportunity to hear what was said last night, give you the opportunity to go and hear it later on. I will tell you, as of just a few minutes now, we are over the WMBS video of last night's town hall. We are over 12,000 views. Now, granted, some of those are repeat views. Nonetheless, 12,000 additional views of last night's town hall. And I would urge you, if you're interested in the possibility of a data center coming to, or I should say data centers coming to Fayette County, I urge you to watch the video of that. And I'm not urging you to watch it to sway you in one direction or another. I'm urging you to watch it just so that you can start gathering some information or add to information you might already have. A couple observations from last night. There was there was a panel of 5 gentlemen. One of them was not in attendance. His name is Mike Turner, and he is the vice chair of the Loudoun County, Virginia Board of Supervisors. He had a presentation via a video. And I found that video, and he was the last of the panel members to speak. I myself, I would have put it first. I would have showed his video first before getting into the other gentlemen that were there, because I think it could have been a good starting point. Mr. Turner, and by the way, he has done a lot of, not necessarily research, but he has put to paper, through their own work down in Loudoun County, along with other research that he's combined together. And he's put together a nice information package. Now, I will tell you, Mr. Turner is pro-data centers. Loudoun County is considered the capital of the world when it comes to data centers. There's more data centers in Loudoun County than there is in any other place in the country, and it has done wonders for Loudoun County, from jobs, from tax income, to other benefits there. And so he put together a list, 15 best practices for communities considering data centers. Now, he does point out not only the pros, but the cons of a data center. And he's urging you that, as did the other members of the panel, that data centers are really in the hands of the community. That it's up to the communities to decide what kind of data centers you want, if you want them at all. That the communities have the power. The communities can decide how big it can be, how big it is. The communities can decide and say, if we allow you to do this, we want this in return. We want you to have a 1,000-foot setback. So in other words, from the property line, the first foot of building can't be any closer than 1,000 feet to that property line. We want a tree line established to help with noise mitigation. If you need to test your diesel generators, well, that can only be done on such and such days of the week between the hours of X and Y. So you as the community, is what I took away from this last night, is the communities are in charge, and that's where your leadership comes into play in the individual communities. And I would also say your school district that is involved in that community comes into play. So you can put restrictions as part of an agreement. So I would urge you to go to this gentleman's government webpage, and it's loudoun.gov/Ashburn. So Loudoun is LOUDOUN.gov/Ashburn, ASHBURN. Take a look at that. Use it as a jumping off point for your further education, as it were. Last night I did, there were questions asked, but they were all submitted via computer. You could not ask a direct question. There were no follow-up questions. So an answer might lend itself to a question, but you couldn't ask that. So in that sense, there really, information was kept not at a minimum, but it was toned down, I guess, held back some information, if you will. So I would have liked to have seen a little bit more. There was some commotion last night. I don't know if the ability to have a follow-up question would have mitigated that or not. I don't know. But certainly had the potential to help mitigate any outbursts if follow-ups were permitted. I would have liked to have seen more anecdotes. In other words, relaying some history. What has happened in other communities? What worked in another community? What didn't work in another community? One thing they seemed to center on last night, a data center apparently is going in Beaver County at the site of a old racetrack up there, and it's in the northern part of the county. And I got a rough idea of where this racetrack is. I'm not sure how many acres it is. Anyway, what they were saying is the property tax assessment on that gets Beaver County a little bit over $10,000 a year. Well, when this new data center is done, up and running, they have said, I have no way to approve this or disprove this. They have said that the property assessment on that will now be $450,000 is what the county will benefit from. Now, I don't know if that's just the county. I don't know if that includes the school district or districts in that sum. I don't know. Nice little chunk of change, however you look at it. So I would have liked to have seen and heard more about what has happened elsewhere. Also, I think it would be nice, and I think it'd be beneficial, is, some terms were thrown around last night. Mainframes, servers. Okay, how about a little bit of education? Let's talk about what really is a mainframe. What's a server? What specifically will data centers do? That to me is still, it's a fog to me. I don't completely understand. And why all of a sudden this great growth potential on there. So that's some of the takeaways I had from last night. If you were there, I would love to hear from you. So give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. I'm going to take a quick little break, so I'll give you time to dial up those 10 digits, and we'll start chatting some more right after this.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has two convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority. Is it time for your first home? Or time to trade up to a home that fits your lifestyle? It's time to visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with trade-in and trade-up deals. Imagine beautiful, new, energy-efficient homes packed with the features you've been dreaming about. Trade in and trade up at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51. Trade-in value toward purchase of a new home determined by resale value and evaluation by home center manager. Additional deposit may be required.
It's spring, and everything is growing, and Madewell Services is here to help. They offer full lawn care service, including spring cleanups, mulching, landscaping and planting, weekly grass cutting, power washing, and more. Madewell Services also provides professional cleaning services for your home or office, moving in or out service, party cleanups, weekly cleanings, and junk removal. Licensed and insured for peace of mind. Call Madewell Services today at 724-912-1805. That's 724-912-1805 for a free estimate.
Hello, I'm attorney Jeremy Davis from the law firm of Davis & Davis. We have been helping the great people of Fayette County for over 45 years with personal injury claims. If you are hurt or injured, call our law firm for your free consultation. The insurance companies are not on your side. Call us today at 724-437-2799. Either myself or an attorney from our office will personally come out and meet with you. If you're in an accident or hurt, call us at Davis & Davis, 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. Let us fight for you.
When your home runs on the internet, slow just isn't an option. Armstrong Fiber's gig speed internet is built for households that need every device firing at full speed, all at the same time. We didn't outsource this. Our people build it, engineer it, and install it throughout neighborhoods ourselves. Fast, dependable, and rooted right here with you. Proudly local, fiber-powered. Armstrong, keeping you connected. Visit armstrongfiber.com to get started today.
It's gorgeous outside, which means it's time to get to Bittersweet Cafe of Farmington. From their incredible daily lunch specials featuring farm-to-table fresh ingredients to their refreshing drinks, frozen treats, smoothies, and iced tea, Bittersweet Cafe has something for everyone. Enjoy this beautiful spot nestled in the Laurel Highland Mountains, just a few miles outside of Ohiopyle on Farmington-Ohiopyle Road. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation, 724-438-4593. So I brought up an article from USA Today, and it's talking about data centers, and it specifically talks about Erin Brockovich. I don't know if you remember Erin Brockovich. A movie was made about her. Julia Roberts starred and played the role of Erin Brockovich. But she is an activist, worked to, got a gas company to, pay a lot of money in a contaminated drinking water case in California. Well, she has set up a web page called BrockovichDataCenter.com. On there, she's got a map of the country that shows data centers across the country, those that are already built, those that are under construction, those are in planning stages. So you can take a look at that. But this article takes away from that website some interesting information, which I'll pass on to you. One thing we've talked about is water consumption. And there's an open loop and closed loop, and they touched on that briefly last night as well. Open loop is just like turning on your faucet and in your kitchen sink and letting the water continue to run and run and run, and it's just always new water coming in to cool things off, and water that's already done its job and is warmed up, it exits. Well, a closed system is they have a system where, kind of like a radiator on your car, as it was described, that it circulates constantly, and there's a cooling effect for what needs to cool, but also after water comes back and has been heated up, a cooling source for that water but anyway, it says in 2023, data centers consumed 176 hours of electricity. 176 terawatt hours of electricity in the United States, accounting for more than 4% of the country's total electricity consumption. So for reference, 176 terawatt hours could power 16 million American homes for a year. So they do use a little bit of power. And when it comes to water, the open loop system, the open water source system, can consume up to 5 million gallons a day, according to the Environmental and Energy Study Institute. This is equivalent to the water usage of a town populated by 10,000 to 50,000 people. So there is a little bit about there. And it also talks about water evaporation. So, again, that's something to talk about. Making sure that a data center uses a closed-loop cooling system.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Good afternoon, this is Jesse.
Hey, Jesse.
To get people's mind off of this data center stuff, okay, I'm really tired of it.
Okay, well, I'm tired of it too, but it's something that's coming, and we do need to be educated about it. But go on, I'm interested. What do you have?
I don't really care, but anyway, I'm 76 years old.
Okay.
It ain't going to do me any good.
Okay.
But anyway, you was talking about Mount Everest, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. In 2009, I was in Austria, okay?
Yeah.
And I went up the tallest mountain they have in Austria. It's called Großglockner.
Okay.
And that's translated to Big Clock.
Okay.
Großglockner is Big Clock in English. But anyway, this mountain's like 3,900 and some meters high. I don't know what that is in feet, okay?
Well, roughly 10,000.
Okay. But anyway, no, I did not scale the mountain. I went with a bus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
It was in June. This was in June. And there's still snow there, okay? In June, went on a bus. And I'll tell you what, the ride up the mountain was scarier than anything. It was a windy road that went straight up, and this elderly guy was driving the bus, and I told my cousin, hey, if this guy got a heart attack, we're done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
I hear you. Yeah.
it was a windy road that went to the top. And then when you got to the top, okay, they had a fantastic restaurant up at the top of the mountain, a restaurant, okay? And next to the restaurant, the most amazing thing was a glacier.
Mm.
There was an actual glacier next to the restaurant. You could look out the window while you're eating, and you're looking at a glacier. And when you're out, when you go outside and you want to look at the top of the peak of the mountain while you're there, the peak, you cannot see the peak because a cloud covers the peak.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how high it is. And I was talking to this couple from England. They say they've been here many times, and they still never saw the peak of this mountain because the cloud covers the peak every time they're there.
Sure.
But anyway, the ride down was just as scary, the ride down.
Well,
anyway.
Yeah, I had a similar thing. The Amalfi Coast in Italy.
Oh yeah.
So took a bus ride from sea level. Oh, not nearly as high as you, maybe as 3,000 feet, but it was twisty, winding roads.
Yes.
And
yes.
I mentioned I don't know how much they paid the bus driver on the first leg, but it was not nearly enough. He was absolutely fantastic.
That's
I mean,
true.
it was.
They're fantastic drivers over there going up these mountains. It's unbelievable.
But however,
and you know what?
the second leg where we changed buses and drivers, whatever they paid that guy, they paid him too much.
Yeah. Hey, and they also, I heard on this same mountain, they have a mountain run, something like we have here, a mountain run up the Summit Mountain Run. They have a mountain run on this same mountain, and my cousin is a marathon runner. And he was with me, and he said he came down to this same mountain one year to run the marathon, and he ran halfway up the marathon, and it was like maybe 80 degrees halfway up, and then when you got halfway up, it started to snow. That's unbelievable. And the marathoners froze to death up there. That's how big temperature change there was. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But anyway, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. If anybody ever gets a chance to go to Austria, to go to this mountain, it's beyond belief. Unless the glacier melts with all this global warming, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah.
But anyway, it's an experience, Russ.
Yes.
Hey, okay. No. Thank you, and let's get somebody else on here.
Okay, Jesse. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it.
Have a great day, buddy. Bye-bye.
You too. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Hey, 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. In fact, it's time for me to take another break, so I'm going to do that. I need you to give me a call so you and I together can finish out hour one of the extended short show right after this.
The Garrett County Celtic Festival and Highlands Games return to Friendsville, Maryland this Saturday, June 6th. Experience incredible live music from Sean Healy, Shanty Irish, and Aurora Celtic, along with dance, athletics, interactive workshops, and more. Bring the whole family. Kids 12 and under get it free. It all happens this Saturday at the Friendsville Community Park. To learn more information and to grab tickets, go to gccelticfestival.org. That's gccelticfestival.org.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor, available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at garysautosales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Hi, this is State Representative Charity Grimkrupa, and I'm personally inviting you to the Liberty Bell Ball. On Friday, July 3rd, join us as we celebrate America's 250th birthday at the Hopwood Social Hall. This historic evening will feature music, dancing, and an unforgettable atmosphere, celebrating freedom, faith, and the American spirit. Formal attire is encouraged but not required. Patriotic and Western wear are always welcome. And this year, you could become our first Miss Liberty Bell or Mr. Lafayette in our exciting People's Choice contest, honoring patriots who embody liberty and love of country. The Liberty Bell Ball is also a political fundraiser, supporting my continued work as your state representative. Tickets are available now on Eventbrite or find us on Facebook at Charity Grim Krupa for PA Rep. Don't miss the Liberty Bell Ball, Friday, July 3rd, where Fayette County will celebrate America 250 and party like it's 1776. May God bless America. Paid for by Charity for PA Rep.
Having Hicks & Baugh's drugstore in Uniontown means reliable, quality, and friendly service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller are ready to answer your health questions and handle all your prescriptions. They offer free delivery, mail-out service, and accept all utility payments, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Visit Hicks & Baugh's at 304 Morgantown Street in Uniontown or call 724-437-2828. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday until 3.
Looking to tackle your next excavation project? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We're your local source for excavation essentials. From culverts and drainage pipes to the materials you need, we've got you covered. Whether managing water flow, improving drainage, or preparing a site, our knowledgeable team can help you. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to start planning for the spring. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to build it right from the ground up.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. 724-438-4593. It is the extended short show, so I will be back here for a second hour after the 3 o'clock news, so don't go anyplace.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hi, this is Sherry.
Hey, Sherry.
Can you repeat the website for Mark Turner, My Time I Got a Pencil?
Absolutely. I'd be happy to do that. Let me get there we go. Okay. It is Loudon, LOUDOUN.gov, so G-O-V, the / Ashburn, A-S-H-B-U-R-N.
B-U-R-N or M?
N as in Nancy.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're quite welcome.
I tuned in today just so I could hear something about the data center because I didn't make it last night.
Okay.
And I have no idea how you live stream.
Okay. Well, do you have Facebook?
Nope.
Okay. Can you obviously, if you're going to look it on the internet, you have internet access, right? So if you were to go to YouTube, and in their search bar, and I might need to get better instructions for you on this. I think if you just type in on the search bar WMBS Town Hall, that might bring it up for you. You can watch the video that way. But I will, when I go on the news break, if I need to get you better information as to how to get to our YouTube page for that, I'll make sure I pass that on.
All right, I'm getting educated today.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Thanks for calling, Sherry.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, 724-438-4593. One thing I hadn't considered, and this piece in the USA Today, by the way, if you wanted to look that up, the writer for the USA Today article is Greta Cross, and it's from the June 2nd edition of the USA Today. So, but one thing that is brought up in the article here is electronic waste. It's called e-waste is the short name given. And I hadn't even considered that. You know, data centers, they're going to have to replace all their hardware every 3 to 7 years just because the technology gets old, for one thing. And so they're going to have to update just like you do with your home computer or at your office, whatever. So, what happens with the obsolete hardware? So you want to make sure that, it's not just thrown out at the curb to be picked up on their weekly trash service. No, it needs to be recycled in the proper way, because so much of computers and servers and whatever the other hardware is not biodegradable and can actually be toxic. So it can't be just, thrown into a landfill. It's got to be disposed of properly. So you want to make sure that things are put into place and assurances that when these data centers upgrade, your community is not stuck with having to get rid of the old stuff. So that's something I hadn't occurred to me until reading this article. So it's a lot of self-education that needs to take place. There was a gentleman last night, part of the panel. You know what? I've got sidetracked, and I'm out of time for right now. So I got to go to the Fox News, and we'll continue this the next hour. In the meantime, this is WMBS Uniontown and the Fox News in progress.
U.S. military operations is straining the Pentagon budget, U.S. Army officials told Fox, forcing tough budget decisions and curtailed training. Quote, current energy market dynamics, an oblique reference to disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz, are increasing fuel costs, which can affect the cost of transporting personnel, supplies, and equipment.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin.
Last night's War Powers vote in the House shows just how concerned the Congress is about the costs associated with the war restarting.
4 Republicans joined Democrats to pass that resolution aimed at ending military action in Iran. For now, President Trump says a ceasefire remains in effect, despite the latest exchange of fire this week, as the U.S. targeted mine-laying ships and Iran fired drones and missiles at some Gulf neighbors. Iran is also still demanding a ceasefire in Lebanon, but Iran-backed Hezbollah has rejected a U.S. brokered deal agreed to just yesterday by Lebanon and Israel. Supporters for both sides outside a courthouse in Texas, where a murder trial is underway over the stabbing at a high school track meet last year.
In opening statements in Collin County Court, prosecutors telling jurors that 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony provoked then-rival student 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet last year, then used a hidden knife to plunge into Metcalf's chest, killing him following an argument over seating. The defense telling jurors that Anthony's actions were self-defense after Metcalf touched him first. Jurors were also shown grainy surveillance video of the attack. No cameras or recording devices are allowed during the trial that's become racially charged over the suspect and victim's race.
Fox's Jeff Benazzo. Anthony could face life in prison if convicted. America is listening to Fox News.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Thinking about starting your GLP-1 journey? Go to orderlymeds.com/radio. Get access to proven GLP-1 medications, licensed providers, and a plan built for real life. All online. No guesswork, no wasted time. Just real people, real answers, real momentum, and support that actually lasts. Join thousands already seeing results. Start now at orderlymeds.com/radio. orderlymeds.com/radio. Individual results may vary, not medical advice. Eligibility required. See site for details.
Los Angeles County says about 700,000 ballots still have to be counted after Tuesday's closely watched votes. The latest results adding to a lead for LA's Democratic Mayor Karen Bass.
Spencer Pratt picked up about 6,000 votes. Third place, Nithya Raman benefited with about 9,000 votes. That narrowed Pratt's lead. In the governor's race, roughly 56% of the vote is counted. Republican Steve Hilton remains on top with 1.42 million votes. Democrat Javier Becerra in second with 1.3 million votes. Democrat Tom Steyer in third.
Fox's Matt Finn in L.A., the top two in each race heading to a November election.
Now, California says its vote counting system takes so long in part because every voter gets a mail-in ballot that does not have to be postmarked until the final voting day and then signature verified.
It could be days, even weeks before the results are certified. President Trump repeating his criticism of mail-in ballots and accusing Democrats of trying to cheat. L.A. County's registrar recorder says they're following state election law. A battle continues in Maine over whether voters will get to decide on restrictions for transgender students in sports.
An organization called Protect Girls Sports in Maine said it has met a deadline to put a question on November's ballot. It would ask voters to decide if transgender athletes should be barred from sports not aligned with their birth gender. Maine's Secretary of State, Shenna Bellows, is disputing that, saying all the signatures the group needed were not valid and that groups from out of state involved in the effort failed to commit to following Maine law. An appeal has been filed claiming the Secretary of State with her decision is violating political participation and free speech rights. A court will make the final ruling. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
An hour to the close, the Dow's up 905 points. Elisa Brady, Fox News.
The award-winning local, district, and statewide news is being brought to you by Duck Hollow Golf Club and Bogey's Restaurant, conveniently located on Duck Hollow Road, just off Route 40 or New Salem Road. Call 724-439-3150 for tee times or restaurant information. And now the news.
Good afternoon. It is 3:05. It's sunny and 82 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios, your personal injury attorney since 1976. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. We'll check sports and weather in just a bit. Following a court ruling by Judge Linda Cordero, Herald Standard says the owner of the Uniontown Mall, Namdare Realty, is required to make extensive safety and structural upgrades to address dangerous and unlawful conditions. The court order mandates that the company repair blocked emergency exits, eliminate a vermin infestation, fix potholes, and repair electrical and HVAC systems before a follow-up hearing on July 1st. While South Union Township officials emphasize their goal is simply to ensure the mall is safe and compliant with the law rather than to shut it down, Namdar faces a potential injunction if sufficient progress is not made. Work has reportedly begun on the property, which has seen a significant decline in tenants since Namdar purchased it in 2015. Starting today, for the first time ever, the iconic Mr. Rogers Neighborhood will be available to watch on YouTube. An official channel dedicated solely to the program will offer viewers of multiple generations the chance to watch full episodes, live streams, clips, and compilations all in one place. Fred Rogers Productions partnered with the digital media agency Little Dot Studios on the project. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood aired across the U.S. from 1968 until 2001, with the final episode airing 25 years ago. In total, there were 895 episodes, 200 songs, and 14 characters. According to the Washington Post, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro has been placed in the top tier of potential 2028 Democratic presidential nominees, while political analyst Amber Phillips notes that Shapiro is currently lesser known on the national stage. She contends he could have a major breakout year ahead. Meanwhile, former Vice President Kamala Harris was notably placed in the ranking's second tier. A new study highlights how the brain works to master certain skills that suggest real multitasking is possible. Michael Kastner is going to tell us more.
Scientists at Georgetown say there's a way to remodel your brain architecture and use other parts of your brain to enable multitasking. Scientists are using driving as an example, which they say requires full attention at first, but then after it's mastered, people can talk and listen to music without needing full attention to driving. Please ignore that if you're a teenager. Dr. Patrick Cox, the author of the study, says it has implications for critical real-world scenarios, like when a radiologist can accurately classify masses on an X-ray as benign or malignant fairly automatically. I'm Michael Kastner.
WMBS time is 3:08. We'll check sports and weather after this. With the kids out of school, summer is in full swing at Bogey's Restaurant and Sports Bar at the scenic Duck Hollow Golf Course. Guests can enjoy great food, cold drinks, and good times all week long at one of Uniontown's favorite local hot spots. Visitors can relax with friends after a round of golf or a night out while enjoying some of Bogey's amazing food and drink specials. Every Tuesday from 4 to 9 p.m., Bogey's features Wing Night with dine-in or takeout specials. Just $12 a dozen or $6 for a half dozen. Prime rib fans can also enjoy Bogey's famous Prime Rib Night every Wednesday from 4 to 9 p.m., complete with a side salad, starch, vegetables, roll, and butter. Bogey's is now open later on Sundays from noon until 8 p.m. Weekday hours are Monday through Friday, 4 to 9 p.m., Saturday, noon to 9 p.m., and Sunday, noon to 8 p.m. Come experience great food, cold drinks, and good times at Bogey's Restaurant and Sports Bar, 374 Duck Hollow Road in Uniontown, where every day is a hole-in-one. And in sports, Pirates will wrap up their series tonight in Houston against the Astros. Jared Jones will get the start for the Bucks, who are 33-29. They lost 11-9 last night due to the bullpen. Pre-game 7:45. First pitch is 8:10 tonight on WMBS. Also tonight, Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final, as Vegas will be in Carolina to take on the Hurricanes. Golden Knights lead that series 1-0 after a 5-1 win on Tuesday. The puck will drop at 8 tonight.
The award-winning local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Duck Hollow Golf Club and Bogey's Restaurant. Call 724-439-3150 for tee times or restaurant information today.
This weather report being brought to you by Montgomery Medical. Trust their 50 years of combined experience for the best results in primary care, newborns to elderly, minor illness or injury, as well as wellness and physical exams. And now the weather.
Mainly clear and 58 tonight, partly cloudy tomorrow, 86. Partly cloudy on Saturday with some showers and storms in the afternoon, 82. Morning showers on Sunday, then partly cloudy and 83. Right now, it's sunny and 82 outside the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios at 3:11 on this Thursday. I'm TJ DeStefano. And up next, we have Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes on WMBS.
This weather report was brought to you by Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine. Same-day appointments available for acute care. Call 724-569-8100 or visit montymed.com to schedule your appointment.
Experiencing symptoms of COPD? Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale has been selected to conduct a clinical research study, and participants are needed. All study-related care will be provided at no cost, and no health insurance is required. Compensation up to $2,200 for qualified participants for time and travel. To learn more, call Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281. That's Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281.
The weather's warming up, and those big outdoor projects are calling. So, who are you going to call? Well, no. How about you call 3P Excavating and Plumbing of Smithfield? From French drains and septic systems to site prep for homes and buildings, plus driveway and utility line clearing, 3P's does it all. Get your property ready the right way. Call 3P Excavating and Plumbing today at 724-880-5215 or find them on Facebook. It's spring, and everything is growing, and Madewell Services is here to help. They offer full lawn care service, including spring cleanups, mulching, landscaping and planting, weekly grass cutting, power washing, and more. Madewell Services also provides professional cleaning services for your home or office, moving in or out service, party cleanups, weekly cleanings, and junk removal. Licensed and insured for peace of mind. Call Madewell Services today at 724-912-1805. That's 724-912-1805 for a free estimate. Is your lawn getting shaggy? Weeds taking over? Maybe it's time for a full yard cleanup or fresh mulch and clean, crisp edges to bring your landscape back to life. Whatever your lawn needs, Z's Ground Control has you covered. They do it right the first time. Call 724-366-9150 today for your free estimate. Z's Ground Control. You grow it, we mow it.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
It's Jessica Karingala and Kevin Bain here at Ford of Uniontown. We believe in American values, hard work, honesty, and taking care of our neighbors. That's why right now, everyone gets employee pricing.
Wait, did you say employee pricing?
That's right. Everyone qualifies and you pay what we pay on America's favorite vehicles such as the F-150 and Maverick.
But the savings keep going. Don't forget you can schedule your service anytime with convenient online maintenance appointments. Plus, enjoy free pickup and delivery for your vehicle service needs.
Go to Ford of Uniontown and trade me in.
Your truck knows, shouldn't you? That's Ford of Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's. 724-425-5980 or FordofUniontown.com.
Price excludes taxes and transfer fees. Must finance with Ford credit. Not all buyers will qualify.
Do you enjoy luxury? Well, Live Casino wants to put you in the driver's seat. Ignite your drive and win a new Mercedes-Benz. Look for the specially marked slot machines near the cocktail bar and play daily for your chance to win. All it takes is one bet. Sit down, swipe in, and you could ride off in a new Mercedes-Benz GLC 300. Make your move at Live Casino, Route 30 at Westmoreland Mall. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. It is the extended short show here. Open conversation this hour, 724-438-4593. We are brought to you by Gary's Auto Sales, Hicks & Boss Drugstore, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, K2 Engineering, Madewell Services, full lawn care and cleaning services, Bright Stripe, seal coating and line striping, and AR Roofing and Remodeling. All righty. Well, I'll tell you what, we're just going to get right back into the phone calls here.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Good afternoon, Russ. How are you? It's Rob.
Hey, Rob, been a long time. How you been?
A long time. Yes, I watched that last night. I thought it was a one-sided deal from the get-go. Where this is all going, they're not really data centers. I mean, that's a misnomer right there. They're surveillance centers. That's what they are. They're to surveil the public, just like SWAT cameras do on your stoplights, just like the kill switch in cars that Congress said must be placed in cars by 2027, just as calls for speech censorship on social media, 15-minute smart cities, CBDC, central bank digital currency. These all take that computational power that so-called data centers provide. And what you're erecting is you're erecting the digital prison of our own enslavement and the enslavement of your children. That's what you're erecting when you're erecting these things. And that wasn't certainly covered last night. For example, all caution has been thrown to the wind as it regards. All we listened to was climate change, climate change, climate change. You don't even hear it now. And these take so much power that, of course, they're going to increase emissions. Why the silence now? Well, because Agenda 2030, the Sustainable Development Goals, of Agenda 2030 are being pushed to meet that deadline. And one of those is a digital ID. We're talking, you've heard of the Real ID in America. Well, we're talking about population-wide digital ID for every soul on Earth. And for example, say they want to erect smart cities and 15-minute cities, they call them. Well, say that they've noticed your car on a flop camera has been traveling too far. Well, they can use the computational power of their surveillance centers to enact the kill switch on your car, and then you can no longer go. There goes your mobility. Say you've ordered too mmany steaks out, or you've gone to the grocery store and you bought too many steaks for the month. Remember, farming's bad. Cow farts, methane was the bad thing. Global warming, climate change. You don't hear that anymore. And you didn't buy enough of Bill Gates' Petri dish tumor meat for the month. Well, if you bought too many steaks, if you have the central bank digital fiat currency, which they want to implement, that means they can shut off your payment system so that you cannot buy the steak you want to buy. This is the type of totalitarian control that this is bringing about, and people seem to be not aware of it. In fact, none of those people on the panel even addressed anything like that last night. Refused the genetic code injection of a vaccine on a vaccine ID. Remember, they wanted medical IDs during COVID. Well, then guess what? You might be shut out of the payment system and might not be able to buy food or anything else. How would you like not to be able to purchase food or gas or to have your social media because you criticized the war in Gaza or the war in Iran? And they and the people who run these tech things, many of them Jewish billionaires, are calling for outright censorship. I mean, Congress passed a thing called the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act that wants to enact the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance, or IRA, definition, which is vague, to mean any criticism whatsoever. In fact, there was a recent arrest of a man in Dixon, Illinois. Are you aware of that? He was organizing a protest against data centers, so-called data centers, I call them. He's been arrested. Someone posted something about, a politician not caring about or not being concerned about the safety of their children. He didn't mean that as a threat. He meant that they're willing to let their children be enslaved. They misconstrued that, and somebody else posted on that thread an actual threat. They applied it to him, and now he's under arrest. Well, they're going to use AI to scour your IRS returns. They're going to use AI to scour your viewing habits. They're going to use AI to scour your flop camera movements. They're going to use AI to do all of these things to bring you into a digital prison so you come to heel. These people mean to rule you. The people like Sam Altman, the people like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, the people like Mark Zuckerberg, they mean to rule you. They mean to destroy your republic. They mean to destroy your rural countryside. They mean to destroy your water, and they don't give one tinker's damn about what you think. If they were so interested, are you there, Russ?
I'm here.
Okay, if they were so interested in competing against China, they wouldn't have deindustrialized this country and shipped everything off to China for all these decades now, since 1972. We're talking 54 years. So now all we've got to compete with China and have these data centers. You know what? They've left us rural people in the dust, and now because we have the land, we have the water that they want to abuse, and we have the area, guess what? And they trickle off this little bit of money in front of these politicians tripping over themselves to get there. They think they can come in and destroy us and finish us off. Well, all you're doing is helping to erect the chains of your own demise. And the last thing I'll say is this. If you really want to research a great article and do some education, get your pen out or your pencil out and write this article down and look it up on Google. And Sherry can do the same, the girl that called in earlier with the pencil, wanting more information from Loudoun County. Loudoun County won't tell you this. Look up the article. It's on Substack. That's a digital platform on the web, written under the title of The Golden Order, GOLDENORDER, and the title of the article is AI Data Centers, the real reason they are going up everywhere. And if that doesn't raise the chills on the back of your neck and put your hairs up on the back of your neck, Nothing will. You better fight this with all you've got for your children and posterity, because they're selling out. And listen, and I was off the Trump train long ago. I'm probably going to burn some bridges here, but hey, Trump is doing the neocons bidding over there in the Middle East, all to behest of Netanyahu. We're 39.2 trillion in the hole, not like when we went to Iraq and we were only 5.8 trillion in the hole. This country is paying 1.2 trillion a year in interest. We don't have the money. We don't have the wherewithal. The Strait was open before they got their little sorry carcasses over there and nebbed their noses poking hornet's nest where it doesn't belong. And they want to shut the criticism of that down. That's what they want to do, speech. So if you don't have speech and they want to disarm you, you don't have your arms and you don't have your land, you don't have your water, you don't have freedom of mobility and movement, you don't have freedom of thought, you don't have freedom of protest, all under the First, Second Amendment, all under the Bill of Rights. Well, then the last vestiges of your republic are being destroyed. And Trump received millions and millions and millions of dollars to run from these very same tech bros that he's now giving the green light to and saying states can't, contra the 10th Amendment, that states can't erect any rules for 10 years. Well, that's contra the 10th Amendment. He doesn't have that power. That's dictatorial power. And Josh Shapiro, likewise, it's on both sides, two wings of the same bird of prey, Democrats and Republicans. And they're bought, paid for. You look at all their political donations from these tech bros that are bringing about this digital prison that you and then your children and your grandchildren will live under the tyranny of.
All right.
So you better wake up and you better fight it like heck.
Okay, Rob.
Thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
Yep. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow. Rob made up for some lost time, I think, on that one. So be glad to have him back. We'll see if that continues, right? 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. Give me a buzz. Would love to hear from you. The news that TJ brought you, and I meant to ask him to leave me the article here. The owners of the Uniontown Mall being ordered by the courts to make repairs. That's good news right there. I don't know if it's going to do any good whatsoever as far as repopulating the mall with stores and businesses. But at least good news for those stores that are hanging in there. So your thoughts on that? If you want to join in on that, would be happy to chat with you about it. So give me a buzz about that, 724-438-4593. We can continue chatting about data centers if you want. Or is it data centers? Data. Is that like potato? I don't know, tomato? So data centers, we can chat about that if you wish. But Rob is right that it is up to us. It is up to us. If you don't want them, and I do suggest that if you don't want them, come up with valid reasons. Come up with statistics. Come up with answers that you don't like, whatever it might be. So, go to meetings armed with information, not just hearsay. And fight. If you don't want to see it in your backyard, if you don't want to see it in your township, your community, I still urge you to get educated, to learn about it, and don't take the word of somebody else that you were talking to on a street corner. Get the information yourself and come to your own conclusions on that. So, excuse me. So Rob is right, though. It is in your hands. A lot of times it's in your hands until the final paperwork is done, the final applications are signed off and approved. It's still in your hands. You can make a difference on that. But still learn. 724-438-4593.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hi, Russ.
Hello, is this Mark?
Hi, Russ. Hi, it's Mark.
Yeah, Mark.
Collinsville. Hey, I wanted to mention, I don't know if anybody heard or I haven't heard you mention the big barn on Route 51 there, the one last end.
You there? Mark? Where'd you go? Mark?
I hear you.
Mark? Mark? Okay, Mark, you're going to have to call back because we've got a lousy connection. We're not hearing a single word that you're saying here.
724-438-4593. I'll tell you what, we're close enough. We're just going to go ahead and take the first break of hour 2 of What's on Your Mind, and we'll be right back after this.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Take the fact. Need to get to work? Run errands? See a doctor? Fact connects Fayette County. Ride our convenient routes through Uniontown, Connellsville, Brownsville, even to Pittsburgh. Seniors 65 and older ride free on fixed routes. People with disabilities get big savings, and Medicaid recipients can ride to medical appointments at no cost through our shared ride and paratransit services. Find out if you qualify today. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. Fact, your ride, your independence.
Strap. Located at 34 South Street in downtown Uniontown, newly remodeled, American-inspired, where Western meets Americana. We have all your red, hot, and blue accessories, American Pride handbags, crossbody bags, and wallets, along with the new Montana West 250-year anniversary American flag braided tote bags. Myra brand is back at Strap in your favorite denim selections. Bags and boots, including the Liberty Star bootie. We have bag charms, bag chains, an abundance of star-spangled jewelry, t-shirts, flip-flops, wild rags, scarves, and twillies. Here's to the red, white, and blue. Woohoo! Strap, 34 South Street in downtown Uniontown, 724-557-6184. Open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 5, and Saturdays, 10 to 3. Stop, browse, and shop, and let accessories bling.
The best pizza in town is at Little E's El Ultra, Uniontown's newest restaurant with all the organic crust, classic or gluten-free, including vegan options. Well, Little E's is more than pizza, with hearty soups and appetizers, a variety of salads with gluten-free and vegan options, strombolis and calzones, and big 15-inch hoagies. Choose steak, chicken, Italian, spicy ham, veggie, or fish. Open Wednesday and Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday until 9:30. Phone 724-880-6012 or stop in a Little E's El Ultra, 7 West South Street, across from the parking garage.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor, available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle. WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. It is the extended short show today and open conversation. 724-438-4593. I'm here till 4 o'clock today, so give me a buzz.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hi, Russ. We'll try this again.
Okay, Mark.
My daughter was calling. I didn't touch anything, apparently.
It's all right.
Anyway, so the big barn, the last day they're going to be open will be the 7th.
What are you referring to as a big barn? I'm not following you.
Ruth Periopolis, the big barn where they have all the Amish stuff.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Honey and corn, peanuts,
Okay.
and all that. So anyway, the one fella, the original dad, he got killed pulling out in front of his business there in a truck and got killed like 18 years ago, something like that. Now, the son, he died like May, and then the family, they've been trying to keep it going, and they're going to close them. They may reopen months later. They have to figure it all out, and they may not reopen.
Okay.
But I plan on going up there, I think, Saturday, buying about 3 loud. I love their hoagies. I always add a little bit of this and get some chip jam, icy chip jam and stuff. But just wanted you to know, I know you have advertised it. I've heard in that advertising that business. They've been going for a long time, and be dearly missed if they don't come back. It'll be well remembered.
Yeah, it's always sad when a long-time family business decides to call it quits for whatever reason it might be.
Yeah. It's 50-50 as far as they have to figure everything out. It's 50-50
Sure.
whether it happens, or it might take a month, like 4 months, a year, who knows. But anyway, I thought I'd mention it, and that'll be up Ohio Power tomorrow, my little puppy. So,
all right, okay.
A good day, and thought I'd mention it.
All righty.
Boy, that about that information center, well, that was a lot of knowledge that previous caller gave. Wow. That'll turn some heads if anybody hears about that, what he had to talk about.
Yeah.
Stuff that's like, I don't know if they could stop you from getting gas, steaks, who knows what. But, it could, I guess. Who knows what's going on. But I'll see you later. Have a nice day.
All right, Mark. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
724-438-4593. Hey, Pirate Baseball later on today. 7:45 is pregame. 8:10 is the first pitch as the Pirates continue their road trip in Houston, challenging the Astros here. Hopefully they bounce back from last night's loss and get back in the win column there. So that's tonight on WMBS, so your Pirate Baseball Network. So enjoy the game, huh? All right, what else you want to chat about? Data centers, we can continue with that. Some other things, some stats, if you will. According again to this USA Today article, Business Insider says that on average, a data center employs 150 workers. And I'm sure that's all determined by the size of the data center. I don't know what may be planned here. I'm just saying this is what the average. Could be more, could be less. What those jobs are, I don't know. Pay is typically in the range of like $80,000 to $135,000 a year. Again, what those positions are, I don't know. They say that government income from taxes from 2017 to 2023, government finances increased by 146%. So through taxes on data centers, how that translates to Pennsylvania, to Fayette County. Again, I mentioned this the other day. Local governments, they are really restricted to property tax. So yes, the county will gain. Again, how much, I don't know. There's a data center going in, I mentioned this, in Beaver County. Currently, government takes in about $10,000 a year in property tax. When the data center up there is built and open for business, that is expected to increase to about $450,000 a year. Whether that's combined county and school district property taxes, I don't know. So you would have Fayette County benefit and whatever school district this data center ends up being in, they will benefit. The township, depending on if they have some kind of income tax, they can benefit from that. So one thing we don't have that Virginia does, and I don't want to see Pennsylvania enact this, I really don't. Virginia assesses your personal property, and you are taxed on that. So in other words, the servers, all the equipment inside that data center will be taxed, and it is assessed a value based on its age. Virginia uses that same tax on your car, by the way. So here in Pennsylvania, we register our car once a year, right? And I think your registration fee now is what? We'll just call it $40. I think it's a little less, but we'll go registration fee on your car, we'll call it $40. Again, I think it's less, but we're going to use $40 for this. In Virginia, it's based on the value of your car. I don't know what that assessed value is, but it's going to be more than $40. It's going to be several $100s in Virginia to register your car every year. Now, as your car ages, that amount goes down. But nonetheless, you're buying a brand new car, heck, you could be paying $400, $500 a year to register it. So they do the same thing with the infrastructure data centers. So that's a nice chunk of change that government is getting in Virginia that is not available to government in Pennsylvania. I think there are some government leaders on a local basis that would like to see Harrisburg change that. I think they're going to run into a roadblock. Something else that was mentioned last night at the town hall is NDAs, or non-disclosure agreements. Everyone up on that panel said there's no way that any government official should sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. Everything should be open and transparent. And if a company says, well, we'll just move our project elsewhere, if you, Mr. Commissioner, Mr. Representative, Mr. Senator, whoever it might be, Mr. Township Supervisor, and I don't mean to exclude the women on this, so say Mr. or Mrs. if you want. If you don't sign this non-disclosure agreement, we're just going to walk away. Well, you know what? Fine. They should walk away, because what are they hiding? What are they hiding? I've heard, I don't have personal knowledge of this, but I've been told by others that some of our elected officials have signed an NDA. a non-disclosure agreement. That's what I've been told. I don't know if it's true. That's what I've been told. If that's the case, what are you hiding? That's what I want to know. So, but again, every person on that panel last night said, walk away. There's no way anybody should be signing an NDA. They are saying total and complete openness and transparency, which I agree with, absolutely. So what I've brought today, that's just the tip of the iceberg. We're going to continue gathering information here at WMBS, sharing it with you. We'll continue talking about it. I've heard talks of another town hall being arranged by somebody else that will present information against. And I don't know if this town hall will be both, more of a debate. That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? That'd be a little interesting. Have a debate. Somebody that's pro, somebody's anti, con. That'd be kind of fun to do. We might learn more on something like that. So, but yeah, we'll continue doing that as we gather more information. 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. What do you want to talk about? What concerns you? Not just on data centers, but on anything. What do you want to chat about? So we've got about 15 minutes left in today's show. So obviously there's plenty of time to have some more conversation and would love to do that. So give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. It is absolutely phenomenal outside today. The WMBS Weather Center indicates it's 82 degrees outside. I'm looking out the window. I don't see a single cloud in the sky. Doesn't mean there's something on the other side of the building. But right now, I'm not seeing a single cloud. So nice blue sky out there, 82 degrees. I think, and I'm hoping that this continues for the weekend. I really haven't seen any long-term forecast yet. But I hope it goes through the weekend anyway. So, have some fun, right? 724-438-4593. I guess Steelers wrap up mini camp today. So, have you paid any attention to it? Do you think there was a little celebrating on the south side when news came out yesterday that the Cleveland Browns had traded Myles Garrett to the LA Rams? Do you think there was a little celebration going on for that? I got a feeling there was a little bit of some going on. But then again, if you're professional, you want to go up against the best. You want to measure yourself against the best. So there might have been a little disappointment there as well. So what do you think about that?
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hi, Russ. This is Nick from Fairchance.
Hey, Nick, how you doing?
Good. Hey, I just tuned into your show here. I'm on the road. And for one thing, car registration in PA is, I just got mine the other day from my wife's car. It's $48.
Okay, 48. All right.
And my pickup truck, which is a half-ton pickup, is $115.
Yeah, I know they do that with they're doing that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I just wanted to let you know on that because I have that. And I want to talk about the Herald Standard. Did you see they raised their prices? It's delivered now from the Postal Service.
Yeah.
Do you get the Herald Standard?
As soon as it went postal, no, I stopped it.
Oh, you did? Well,
Because
just went up.
my mail comes at the end of the day. And
you already heard all the news.
Well, I mean, by that time it's 2 days old. The news.
Right.
You know.
Well, the paper is 2 days old all the time.
Yes.
You can't even get the daily number from yesterday.
No.
It's 2 days back. But they just raised it because they said, I got a letter in the mail, because the U.S. Postal Service is raising their price because of gas. So guess what Bob Nutting's doing? Bob Nutting is transferring the gas money over to the subscribers.
Well, all right. So here's a question. When gas prices come back down, and I have no doubt that they will, when they come back down, is he going to lower the price then?
Are they going to lower the price of food at Walmart?
Well, I don't know. This is just we're talking about the paper, so we're centering on that right now.
Yeah. Okay, but I don't think they're going to.
No, probably not.
And the grocery prices won't go down either.
I would imagine they'll go down.
Yeah. And I got another question. This has been bothering me. I tell my wife about it all the time, and she goes, "You're nuts." But remember, the price of eggs were real high because of the bird flu, remember?
Yeah.
Now, every week or every other week, you see Shop and Save or Save a Lot. They got Hillendale eggs, which is good eggs, 99 cents a dozen.
There you go.
So what's going on with that?
Well, apparently the bird flu's over.
Yeah,
and supplies back up.
Who found the cure?
Well, you know,
will it come back?
Yeah. It will come back because bird flu is not something that they have found any. So it's just like any other illness. It does burn itself out over time.
Just like the flu, the human flu.
Absolutely. Just like, the Ebola virus that's over in Africa right now will eventually burn itself out.
And it'll wait to get here to the United States.
Well,
Someone will bring it here.
Yeah.
I'm just bringing it up maybe for other callers to maybe chat in.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Just something to say. And I just want to tell you, I love your show. I listen to it as much as I can.
Oh, well, thanks, Nick. I appreciate it.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Russ.
All right.
Talk
Thanks
to you later.
for
Have a
calling,
good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Hey, guess what? It's time for a break. Last one of the day. So when we come back, we'll have about 5 minutes or so to chat. So get out your phone, dial these 10 digits, 724-438-4593. And you and I, we're going to finish out our toe of the extended short show right after this.
The Garrett County Celtic Festival and Highlands Games return to Friendsville, Maryland this Saturday, June 6th. Experience incredible live music from Sean Healy, Shanty Irish, and Aurora Celtic, along with dance, athletics, interactive workshops, and more. Bring the whole family. Kids 12 and under get it free. It all happens this Saturday at the Friendsville Community Park. To learn more information and to grab tickets, go to gccelticfestival.org. That's gccelticfestival.org.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Hi, this is State Representative Charity Grimkrupa, and I'm personally inviting you to the Liberty Bell Ball. On Friday, July 3rd, join us as we celebrate America's 250th birthday at the Hopwood Social Hall. This historic evening will feature music, dancing, and an unforgettable atmosphere, celebrating freedom, faith, and the American spirit. Formal attire is encouraged but not required. Patriotic and Western wear are always welcome. And this year, you could become our first Miss Liberty Bell or Mr. Lafayette in our exciting People's Choice Contest, honoring patriots, who embody liberty and love of country. The Liberty Bell Ball is also a political fundraiser, supporting my continued work as your state representative. Tickets are available now on Eventbrite or find us on Facebook at Charity Grim Krupa for PA Rep. Don't miss the Liberty Bell Ball, Friday, July 3rd, where Fayette County will celebrate America 250 and party like it's 1776. May God bless America. Paid for by Charity for PA Rep.
Is it time for your first home or time to trade up to a home that fits your lifestyle? It's time to visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. You'll find special savings along with trade-in and trade-up deals. Imagine beautiful, new, energy-efficient homes packed with the features you've been dreaming about. Trade in and trade up at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon, 4500 PA 51. Trade-in value toward purchase of a new home determined by resale value and evaluation by home center manager. Additional deposit may be required. Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has two convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borges Jr.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is the extended short show, and we've got about 4.5 minutes of conversation time available to us today. So give me a buzz. Would love to hear from you. So another thing, and again, this is going to come back to, a pro side. Not that I'm necessarily in that corner, but last night was, for the most case, advocating for data centers. So one of the things that did come up was jobs. So yes, I mentioned that how an average employment after the data center is built is 150. So the actual construction, and there was a gentleman representing the trades last night saying he has job openings in the union and free training. So, there are jobs in the $30, $40 an hour range available. But 1,000 workers to build the data center, whatever. And you know what? That is your neighbors. That's your friends. That's your family that are going to have a nice job for as long as it takes to build. Then they move on to the next job, and that's what they're used to. But they've mentioned all the ancillary jobs, if you will. There are factories, there are manufacturers here in southwestern Pennsylvania. There's one just up the road in Scottsdale that manufacture elements of data centers and the power grid that will benefit from this industry. There's manufacturers in Washington, PA, and up in Butler, PA, and all surrounding southwestern Pennsylvania that will benefit from data centers. So if you want to look long-term, looking outside of your own community, there are far-reaching benefits to data centers is part of the argument. So, you know, just again, not that I'm pushing, because I'm still on the fence. I honestly am. I'm on the fence. But I want to try to get you pros and cons. And I know today has been mostly the pros, because that's what was last night. I have some of the cons, and I've tried to bring those forward to you today. So, and as that information becomes more knowledgeable on my end, I'll pass it on, as I'm sure others here at WMBS will do with their shows. So, you know, I'm not going to push one way or another. When I make my own decision, I may not even tell you what my personal decision is. So, but I will continue to bring information, again, both pro and con, as I learn about it myself. And I'll try and bring those resources to you as well. So, okay. Hey, this has been a fun week. I don't normally get to do 4 days in a row. So it's been a fun week, and I've enjoyed it. So I got a feeling, though, I may stop in tomorrow and join Kendall. We'll see how my day goes. See if my schedule allows me to do that tomorrow. So just kind of giving you a little teaser there, I guess. So I may be back here tomorrow as kind of a guest, because Bill will be running the table here. So, hey, guess what? Fox News, they're just around the corner. News from around the world, across the country. And then TJ's in here bringing you the local news, sports, and weather. Speaking of which, it is absolutely gorgeous outside, so get outside and enjoy it. And until that comes, well, this is WMBS Uniontown, and it is 4 o'clock.
Coal is set to make a comeback. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Trump just unveiling a $700 million plan that includes support for 13 coal plants, would help restart a plant in Maryland, and build 2 new ones in West Virginia and Alaska using the Defense Production Act.
And these are all built with new technology. It's very clean. It's amazing how that's come along. It's all very clean.
Environmental groups disagree.
The Sierra Club in a statement says that the administration that claims to want to make America healthy again should be doing everything in its power to shut down coal plants and limit emissions. Instead, Donald Trump and Lee Zeldin are trying to give away taxpayer-funded payouts to their buddies in the coal industry.
Fox Business's Edward Lawrence at the White House. EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin defends rolling back regulations, saying Americans need reliable power sources and that thousands of jobs can be saved. The president also facing more questions on Iran after posting earlier that a war powers vote in the House to end military action was unpatriotic. A vote-a-rama underway in the U.S. Senate as Republicans try to get funding for ICE and Border Patrol over the finish line using a process that only requires a simple majority. Democrats using proposed amendments to make a point on other issues, including a compensation fund to handle claims of political prosecutions recently scrapped by the Justice Department after a judge ruled against it.
Trump's slush fund is anything but beautiful. It's heinous. And it won't die until we permanently ban it by law.
That amendment from Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer was rejected. Other proposals include no federal or private money for the White House ballroom.
Republican leadership are hoping all these amendments fail today so they can advance their almost $70 billion bill to fund ICE and CBP for the next 3 years, since Democrats have refused to fund both agencies through the appropriations process.
Fox's Bill Malutian on Capitol Hill. New highs on Wall Street. The Dow up 875 at the bell to a record close. America is listening to Fox News.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Thinking about starting your GLP-1 journey? Go to orderlymeds.com/radio. Get access to proven GLP-1 medications, licensed providers, and a plan built for real life. All online. No guesswork, no wasted time. Just real people, real answers, real momentum, and support that actually lasts. Join thousands already seeing results. Start now at orderlymeds.com/radio. orderlymeds.com